Hello everyone, I am Alisa Vardomskaya, glad to welcome you to my channel. Today I want to talk to you about why a man may leave a woman even if he loves her very much. In this video, we will talk specifically about this topic, why a man may decide to take such a step, having strong feelings for a woman, but choosing to destroy everything and end the relationship. At first glance, it may seem incomprehensible how one can make such a decision. Why a man may speak of strong feelings, show love in actions, and at some point make this difficult decision in his life. So, in order in this video. And the first reason is that he lacks attention from you. A man needs attention. He needs to feel, let's say, like the center of your universe. A man wants to be needed. He needs to be needed in a relationship. He craves recognition. If a man does not receive this recognition in a relationship, it means he feels unnecessary in any way. He feels that he is not who he would indeed like to be in this relationship. So the feeling of being needed is what keeps a man in a relationship. If you, the subtitle editor M. Losev and proofreader A. Igorova, are waiting for some attention from your man, for him to take the first step, or expecting something in this relationship, start doing what you are waiting for yourself. Show the man how much he is needed, that you depend on him. Ask for help. Let him feel important, essential. Let him feel like your center. A man indeed needs to feel needed, which is why when children are born into the family, it's a back seat. At that moment, rise in the family, leading to a crisis. And if a woman in such a relationship is wise, she knows that the man, but carefully, not forcing him, but asking for his help, and it becomes easier to endure difficulties in the relationship, meaning that complex periods in life are easier to navigate. When a man understands that nothing has changed, he is still important, he is still needed, that everything is good in the relationship, he is loved, he is the main one, he is priority for the woman, this is very important for a man. So when a man realizes that he is not needed, or when a woman deliberately shows him that he is somehow inadequate, that they manage without him in the house, he feels like the fifth wheel. She thinks that by doing this to achieve something, but in the end, she destroys her own family because by proving to the man that he is not needed, he simply accepts it and understands that he is not needed by her. This leads to constant negativity and problems, that every family has problems, but they can be resolved and a bright period follows. In other words, we need problems to elevate the relationship to a new level. And when a couple deals with problems and reaches a new level, their love strengthens. People become even closer. That is, when a couple develops harmoniously and goes through certain trials, their relationship to a new level, their love reaches a completely different level. This is why people who have lived their whole lives together trying to preserve their love and working on their relationship seem to merge. They cannot imagine life without each other. Surely you have seen such a couple in your life where the old man holds his companion by the arm and they look so happy that it is truly admirable. So these people worked on their relationship, they faced certain trials together, and now they are the closest people to each other. So relationship is not like that, meaning the bad times are not replaced by good ones with problems. You are always dissatisfied, always negative, everything is bad. The man does not meet the level you need, earns little, does something poorly, hung the chandelier poorly, looks bad, and generally seems off. Recognize yourself in this. Know that the man may soon leave you because he does not want to feel this way in the relationship. It is actually simple. Avoid the bad and develop the good. A man does not want to stay in a bad situation for long. If he understands that everything is bad, there is no point in developing the bad. He will focus on developing good, going where, let's say, it is good, where there is growth, and that is where he will develop. Next, the following reason is that he does not feel needed. He needs to feel necessary in a relationship. There should not be an imbalance here. That is, you do not need to be completely helpless and play the part of the helpless. But you also should not constantly prove to the man that you can handle everything on your own and you need it. Do not try to prove something to him. Do not try to compete with a man. Otherwise, the man will perceive the woman as a rival. Her trying to prove who of you say, is the stronger man. And believe me, competition in relationships leads to nothing good. Love those with whom we compete. So, feel needed. A man, again, male logic. Are unhappy with him. That is, if the man sees that the woman is unhappy. That's how male logic works. If he sees that by his presence, well, let's say simply yes, by his presence, he does not make the woman happy, then he is not needed here. And do not think that a man will make it his life's ambition or goal or dedicate himself entirely to make you happy in any way. No, a man wants to feel by default that the development of the relationship, being next to you, makes you a little happier. He wants to feel that he is significant to you. That is, a man sees everything in the eyes. He feels everything, even if you don't say something. A man sees the woman next to him. And if a man feels that he is significant to a woman, that he is loved, of course he will always be with that woman, going through some difficulties and being in happy moments in various life situations. He will be there. Start proving to a man that he is not needed, that you, again, often women make the mistake of resorting to such manipulation, that is, showing him that he is doing poorly, that he is not working hard enough just so he will try harder. But no, at that moment, a man understands that he is not needed, that he is doing something wrong, that he is somehow bad for this woman. And that's it. The man accepts this game and tries to get out of such a relationship. Lack of independence. This is the exaggeration when a woman, a girl, has listened to stories about how men love weak women and starts to play at being helpless, can't do anything at all, just a little helpless girl. And what does this lead to? It leads to the development of toxic relationships. After all, there should be partnership in relationships. When two people participate equally in a relationship, that is, yes, at moments you ask your man for help, at certain moments he may rescue or even save you, but at certain moments you also provide him with help, support him as you can in a feminine way, but you are there. You are that reliable shield for the man. He knows that he will come home and his fortress is his protection. Here, he won't be let down, betrayed, or deceived. And it is precisely when there is, let's say, equal investment in the relationship that the relationship develops harmoniously. But if you have invented some game for yourself, that is, you are playing something in the relationship, expect that the man will react to all of this. Firstly, a man always senses insincerity and doesn't understand how to relate to you. It all starts with ordinary distrust. That is, the man doesn't understand why he doesn't trust you. He feels something deceitful, something unclear, and he doesn't believe. But even if you are not playing and you are just a completely helpless girl, perhaps your parents raised you that way, you need to learn to take on at least some responsibility in life. Otherwise, you will just feel unhappy. Moving on. She has changed a lot. That is, the man starts to constantly compare you to his ex and you now. He sees that before she was beautiful, well-groomed, fit, took care of herself, laughed a lot, danced a lot, had many hobbies, and now she walks around dissatisfied and unattractive. She stopped taking care of herself, doesn't do her nails, doesn't wear makeup, nothing at all. And a man cannot be inspired by such a woman and constantly seeks inspiration in his woman. If his woman does not give him this inspiration, then he seeks that inspiration from somewhere outside. A man needs to be inspired. Inspire your man. Take care of yourself. It's so nice not only for the man, but also for yourself. To be beautiful, to be well-groomed, to be wonderful, to enjoy your reflection in the mirror. And it is, in fact, not particularly difficult to do something nice for yourself every day, indeed, while improving your self-esteem, your sense of the world, and your well-being. It reflects on the behavior and attitude of the man towards you, even if you haven't noticed how it happened that you have changed so much from the person you were before to who you have become. Reflect on the journey you have taken and the experiences that have shaped you. Think about what you can do right now to regain yourself and consider the steps you can take today to reconnect with your true self. Next, shape a man. Again, It's a mistake. Often women somehow decide that they can come into a man's life and completely break it and make it how they want. But this is a huge misconception. In these relationships, the woman acts as the aggressor. And with these roles, the man and woman begin to constantly change. And of course, there will be no happy relationship in such a couple. How does a man develop? A man in a relationship only develops when the woman develops. She does not pressure the man. She sees his best qualities, voices them and emphasizes them, while also developing herself. Then the man begins to develop alongside her, meaning he wants to be even better. He is pleased that she notices his small possible achievements and efforts, and she recognizes his best traits. And yes, when we meet people in our lives, some see our shadow side. We all have strengths and weaknesses. So there are people who see our flaws, and there are people who admire our strengths. Be the person who truly admires and genuinely appreciates the strengths of your man and emphasizes them. Believe me, the man will have more of these strengths, and there is no need to resort to harsh methods, trying to reshape and break him to fit the preferences that have formed in your mind. That's all I have for you in this video.